Hi there YouTube, what is up? It's your friend Kareem here. So recently I've been facing a little problem on my Plex playback, especially in relation to clients. So basically my client usage uses a very high CPU while playing Plex. My CPU used to run abnormally hot while playing Plex. It's not much of a powerful PC here. I've got an i3 8 Gen with a mega 4 GB of RAM. So obviously my PC never ran hot because all I did was browse web and play some movies. Uh, One simple Google search showed me that many other users are experiencing the same problem. A lot of them are suffering from intensively high CPU and GPU usage. As you can see here, it reaches up to 43% of CPU usage, which is pretty high. And here you can also see 37% CPU usage. So I went ahead and decided to do some of my own tests to figure out what's causing all these problems. So for this test, I ran Plex in various settings. I used Chrome and I used Kodi and I compared it with Netflix. Also I used the new and old Plex versions on the App Store. Only one Plex version is available on the App Store, which you can no longer download, which is here. It is no longer available to download for normal users, only those who have used who downloaded before Plex launched their new app. So for new users, only one option is available to download Plex, that is via their official website, and which suffers very badly in terms of performance. So what to do here? Will running from Chrome or Kodi help an average Plex user? Let's find it out. Okay. So let's start. So for these tests, let's begin with the version that is available on the App Store, that is Plex New. In Plex New, the CPU usage was again pretty intensive. Now I'm running a episode of SpongeBob here. Was running at around 5 to 6 Mbps, and here we can see CPU usage reaches to 30% and GPU to 31, which is very high. So I thought maybe it was the video quality that was causing these issues. So I switched to a lower quality, and here you can see here that it's running at a basic of 2 Mbps and 720p, and even here the CPU usage is pretty high at 15% and GPU is killing at 30%. My laptop runs extremely hot when playing anything through Plex. So I thought let's try the old version here, and here is my old Plex. Let's open it up. Now here it's an episode of Friends with Better Lives playing. It was running at around 4ish Mbps, and again, although it is better than the older version at just 5.8% CPU usage and GPU usage of 8.5%, while the Plex New was using around 31% of GPU and 30% of CPU. So yeah, it's pretty doable. My processor actually runs fine while playing this. So I thought maybe switching to transcode would give me even better result. So let's see here. In transcoding, it gave me 7.7% CPU and 9% GPU. It's running at 2 Mbps bitrate. So again, it's not that great, but I don't know what's the reason here that it actually uses more CPU while it was transcoded on my server. So after trying all these, I thought why not switch to Kodi? Maybe it will make a difference. And oh boy, was I wrong. It again took around 11.5% CPU and 34% GPU, which is pretty high. So let's try Chrome. In Chrome, I noticed something different. In this, there was not much of GPU usage, but everything fell back to CPU. And the reason for this is, I think Chrome uses software decoding, which results in extremely high CPU usage. And again on Chrome normal plan, on 2 Mbps speed, CPU usage was pretty intensive. So now let's compare this to a Netflix playback. So here is a Netflix episode running in 1080p. Of course the screen is right blank because of DRM rules, and here we can see it is pretty good. It uses around 14% of CPU and 8% of GPU. Now that is pretty great. Now let's compare this with a VLC playback. On a VLC, a normal SpongeBob episode that was around 770 MB in size for a 20-minute episode, it took only 0.5 CPU percent and 6% GPU, which is amazing. 0.5 is nothing, and 6% GPU. And even on 4K playback, here is the episode of 13 Reasons Why running on VLC, and here the episode size is 14 gigabytes, which is again pretty good. And here also the CPU usage is pretty low, only 2.2% CPU and 25% GPU. The part of the reason I think is it's more efficient in utilizing the GPU than CPU, and a lot of users are experiencing the same problem. So what is my solution here? The solution here is to download the old Plex app from Windows App Store. Of course, it's not easily available. I'll try to find this app and I will link in my YouTube description below. Also, if someone else can find this app and paste that link in comments, I would really appreciate him. Unfortunately, Plex users, Windows App Store has been deleted. Windows app has been deleted by Plex. So at this point, unfortunately, we can't do anything except to watch our videos locally via via browser, via VLC playback. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate you watching this video. Bye.